Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to start a real estate blog. So this is what we're going to cover today. I'm going to show you what a real estate blog is and provide some examples. I'm going to show you and tell you why you need to pick a niche, how to niche down, how to get web hosting and explain exactly what web hosting is and why you need it, how to get your first domain name for free for the first year. After that, we are going to install WordPress. We're going to install a WordPress theme. In fact, I'm going to show you how to install both a free and premium WordPress theme and the differences between the two. I'm also going to show you the important changes that you absolutely have to make to your blog so that you can start getting the traffic that you require or that you are looking for, and then how to start writing. In addition, I'm going to show you different ways to make money with your new blog and website. I'm going to show you and tell you why you need to share your content on social media at the very beginning and about how many blog posts you need to write to determine if your website is worth keeping. And what you need to do is check out the first 3 links in the description, as I'll be referring to those links throughout this video. All right, so first things first, what is a real estate blog? A real estate blog is simply a blog or website where you're answering questions about the real estate niche. Now, when it comes to real estate, you know that there are different sub niches. And let me just show you one example of a real estate blog. This is a blog from Zillow. Now Zillow, they're actually targeting home buyers, and this kind of talks more about picking a niche. You know that when it comes to a real estate blog, there are home buyers, there are home sellers, there's commercial, there's real estate investors, there's all sorts of niches. In the very beginning, because your website will not have any domain authority, you want to pick a niche. And I'll actually show you some examples of successful versus unsuccessful if you're just getting started. But if you are starting out with a real estate website or blog, you want to pick an avenue and stay there. If you can see at the top here, Zillow talks about market trends, home improvement, unique homes, tips and advice. These are different sub niches. As I mentioned, you could target real estate agents, real estate investors, home buyers. As you know, there's all sorts of new move-ins. There's all sorts of different subcategories that you could focus. So what I like to do is I like to jump over to a keyword research tool called Ahrefs. This tool really helps me find different keywords. Now, you don't have to use it, but you can if you want. If we just type in like real estate, this is probably going to be pretty competitive. As you can see here, the keyword difficulty is a 91 on a scale of 0 to 100. The keyword difficulty for the real estate niche is 91. If we look at the matching terms here, you can see that it's going to be pretty competitive. These dark yellows and reds and oranges mean it's really competitive. But if we look here, commercial real estate, this is a sub niche that I just referenced. If we copy and we paste that in, we're going to see first things first that the keyword difficulty is medium. So it's going to be much easier to start getting traffic. If we look at this right now, we're going to see that there are 482,000 total value. So that's the number of searches each month, and then 113,000 keywords. So there is a lot of opportunity in this sub niche. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to focus and answer questions with regard to commercial real estate. And you can do the same thing. You can focus on mortgages, or you can focus on refinancing. And there's a lot of opportunity within this space. So in my opinion, when you first get started, because you don't have any domain authority, Google doesn't know that you're going to write quality content and you're going to be an asset to the internet. It takes a little while for them to give you the domain authority that you deserve. So you want to make sure that you niche down. If we jump back over here, we talked about picking a niche and niching down. The next thing that you need is something called web hosting. Web hosting allows your website to be shown on the internet. Now, a website is basically a collection of files. You are going to work with a web hosting company, which is the first link in the description. They are going to host your files so that the world can get to them, so that you don't have to host them on your own personal computer or hard drive. You're going to rent hard drive space from them called a server, and they're going to allow your website to be available to the world. So you're going to click that first link in the description. In fact, I'm going to show you step by step how to get web hosting and install WordPress and set up your website within 5 or 6 minutes. It doesn't take a long time, but it's important that you do it. And we're actually going to use something called WordPress so that you don't have to learn HTML and you don't have to learn programming and coding. It's all done for you, and it's all really easy. So in the next 5 minutes, you're going to actually have a website if you follow along with me right now. And when you follow along, you'll actually get a free domain name for the first year. When you click that link, you'll be taken to this website where you'll go ahead and click Get Started. What I recommend is to click the first one on the far left, the basic plan, if you're just getting started with a website. As you can see, there are a number of options, but click that, click select, and then move on. Here you're going to create a domain name. If you have one in mind, you can type it in here like you see that I do. What I recommend is try and find a domain name that's going to be related to your niche. Now, what I do is I type in a domain name that I know is already taken. When it's taken, you're going to get this error. What you can then do is go back and try different domains. Now, make sure, again, you want to pick one that's related to your niche. Click Next, and then you're going to see a green box that says that it's approved. The next step is simply to go through and enter in your contact information. Make sure that when you scroll down here, make sure that you leave all of the settings on. But again, enter in your contact information, the settings right here where it says domain privacy, leave all of this checked. If you don't leave it checked, you're going to get people reaching out to you, spamming you, emailing you, trying to get you to sign up for web hosting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sign up and then jump back to you once I sign on and move to the next step. All right, so I've signed up and I'm going to go ahead and set up my website initially. Just create a simple username and password, make sure it meets the requirements there, and then move on. Make sure that you write it down too. Write it down in a safe spot so that you have it and you remember it, because it can be a pain to go ahead and get everything back. You're going to have to enter in like some vital information, but just make sure that you write it down. It's really easy and really simple. Now, one thing that I do want to note is that this part is not sped up at all. This is actual real time, and you can see that you'll go from absolutely nothing to a complete website in less than probably 10 minutes. And once you click submit, you're going to move on to the next step where you get to log in. Here is where you're actually going to start creating your WordPress website. Now, the great thing is Bluehost really does everything for you, and it's really simple. So again, I'm not speeding this up at all, and I want you to see what it really takes to create a website. Bluehost is going to do a little bit of work in the background for you, and we're just going to actually click on skip this step. This one, first one I clicked on start a blog, but for the next step, just click skip, because we know what we're doing, and I'm actually going to tell you what to do so that we can get up and running. Click get started right here on the left hand side, and then move on. Just click skip here and click skip here. And then just pick the first one on the far left. Make sure that you're picking a free theme, because they'll charge you. They have both free and premium themes, which I'll talk about in just a moment. So right now, it's actually creating your WordPress website. In just a few moments, you're going to click on log in to WordPress on the right-hand side there. You'll see it in just a second. And then we can actually start looking at some basic configurations. All right, so we click log in, and now we actually have a WordPress website. What may need to happen is you may need to click refresh a few times to get it to work, but now we have our website, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to log in and delete a few plugins, because right now it has the coming soon. And so if someone tried to get to your website at this moment, it's going to say coming soon to them, even though we can see it. This is what your WordPress website looks like, but for everyone else outside of your network, it's going to say coming soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to plugins eventually, and we're going to delete some of the plugins that we don't need. Now, I talk a little bit about plugins later on, but plugins add additional features and functionality. We are going to deactivate the Bluehost as well as the other plugins that are already activated, and then we can go through and make the necessary changes, which I'll cover in just a moment. So we're going to deactivate them and then delete them. Now, you want to make sure that you only have the plugins that you're using on your website. The more plugins you have, the slower your website's going to respond and function, and you're going to lose out on ranking. So make sure you have a lean setup, very few plugins, and then move on. As you can see right now, I'm just simply deleting some stuff that you don't need. If you want to, you could keep them, but obviously if you're just getting started, you don't need this other stuff. What's more important is the themes that we're going to talk about in just a moment, as well as getting writing. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete those, deactivate them. And then we're actually going to start moving on to settings, which you see right here. All right, so let's go ahead and make some changes that we absolutely have to make so that you can start getting traffic. The first thing that you want to do is you want to change your site title. Your site title is going to be the title of your website. You can make this basically your domain name. For example, my domain name is Web Hosting Rewind, and you can see that's my site title. And then the tagline is basically what your website's all about in a very succinct manner. As you can see here, mine says, get the latest news and info on all things web hosting. What you want to do is make sure that yours is relevant to your niche. For example, if you are creating content about makeup, you can say, come here for the latest tips and tricks for all things makeup. Next, you want to make sure that your WordPress address is HTTPS and not HTTP. Make sure your site address is HTTPS as well. And then the administration email should automatically be set. Uncheck the membership so that anyone can register. Make sure that this is unchecked. If we scroll down here, you want to change your time zone to your time zone. There are all sorts of them here. Next, you want to make sure that you have your date format set to the way you want, and then go ahead and click save. If we go down to writing, there isn't anything in writing that we need to change. After that, we're going to go to reading. In reading, very important, you want to make sure that your homepage displays to your latest post. That's the first thing. And the second one is you want to make sure that your search engine visibility is unchecked. Do not check this. Discourage search engines from indexing this site. You do not want this, because if this is checked, people aren't going to be able to find your website, and everything that we do after this is going to be a waste. So go ahead and click save. This should be unchecked. Next, if we go down to discussion, there really isn't anything that we need to change here. Media, we can leave this as is, and then permalinks is going to be really important. Right now, your permalinks are set to plain. You want to change it to post name. This is done for search engine optimization. What's going to happen is when we create a new blog post, we are going to make it so that it's search engine optimized. We're going to use the keyword in our title, and that keyword is going to show up right here as well. And this is called search engine optimization. Make sure that it's set to post name, and then go ahead and click save. And really, that's everything that you need to do to make sure that you start getting traffic. All right, now that we've installed WordPress, we've installed a WordPress theme. Right now you have a free theme. I'm going to show you how to get a premium theme. We've made some changes to your website so that you can start getting traffic. Now, right now, as I mentioned, you have a free basic theme. Now, this theme is okay, but if you are looking to attract customers and buyers, you want to get a premium WordPress theme. For example, this is an example of a premium WordPress theme. The look and feel is different. It's customized. It looks a lot better. It looks inviting and engaging, and it almost forces you to click on. What you're going to do is you're going to click the second link in the description, and that's going to take you to this website. At this website, you can buy premium WordPress themes that add additional features and functionality. For example, if I just type in real estate and hit enter, you're going to see there are a bunch of WordPress themes. If you are a local realtor or real estate agent, you could purchase one of these themes, and then you can actually list the houses right from this website, which would actually make your life much easier. You don't need to do any coding. You don't need to learn any programming or HTML. You could buy one of these themes, and it could help you out a ton. So what you're going to do is you're going to go through, find a theme that you like. You can see you can buy a theme for as low as $19 or as high as $80 or $90. You're going to click add to cart here, and you're going to add this theme to your cart. You're going to check out and purchase this theme. When you check out and purchase the theme, you are going to download a zip folder or a zip file to your computer. You are going to unpack that zip folder or zip file, and you're going to get a second zip file. We're actually going to take that second zip file, and we are going to install it into the WordPress backend, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Appearance. We're going to click on Themes. When you click on Themes, you're going to click on Add New, and then you are going to click on Upload Theme. When you click on Upload Theme, you're going to drag and drop that theme that you just downloaded to your computer, most likely in your Downloads folder. You're going to drag and drop it right here, or you can manually find it by clicking Choose File. Regardless of the method that you choose, you're going to click Install Now and then Activate. Once you click Activate, you are going to have that brand new theme on your computer that you just purchased. Now, if we jump back over to our computer here, we need to start writing. And two of the biggest questions that I always get when it comes to writing is how long should my blog post be and how do I start writing? So I'm going to go ahead and answer those two questions right now. First thing we want to do is click on Post. Then we want to click on Add New. We want to make sure that we're adding a new post and not a new page. This is where we're going to start writing. And to answer the first question, how long should my blog post be? The answer is it really all depends on your target keyword and the target market and the competitors that are around. So if we copy this, this is a keyword here, and we are going to paste it into Google. We're just going to check out the first few results to get an idea of how long our blog post should be. This one right here is probably some sort of landing page to get people to purchase. This isn't necessarily a blog. As you can see, this doesn't have actual content for us to compare to. If we scroll down, maybe we can find one. Let's see. Let's pick a different one here. Commercial real estate listing. Oh, let's do how to. That is always a good one. How to get into commercial real estate. We'll use that as a keyword. We're going to click on this first one here. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to copy and see how many words. If I had to guess, it's probably about 1,500 words. We're going to go word counter, and it's 1475. And so you probably want to write a blog post of at least 1,500 words, probably 2,000, just so that you are competitive. What I recommend that you do is skim through this blog and see what your competitor missed. Is there anything that they should have mentioned and they didn't? That's going to help you write better, and that's going to help you add value to the internet. And so that's how long your blog post should be. It should only be as long as it needs to be. If you can answer a question in 500 words, then your blog post should be 500 words. You do not get any benefit for writing a 5,000 word blog post when you could have answered it in 500 words. The other question that I get frequently is, how do I start writing? So assuming that our keyword is how to get into commercial real estate, just copy that. I'm going to paste that here. This is our title. We're doing this for search engine optimization so that we can get discovered in the search engines. What you want to do, obviously, is to capitalize the first word of each sentence, again, so that it looks professional and clean. What I like to do before I write a single blog post, I actually like to take 10 or 15 minutes to brainstorm. And in the brainstorming session, I am simply writing who, what, when, where, why, and how. And what I'll do is I'll take 10 or 15 minutes and I'll just ask myself questions with regard to getting into commercial real estate or whatever my keyword is. So I would say maybe who should get into commercial real estate. Now, when you are doing this, it is important that you do not worry about spelling. You just want to get words on paper so that you can continue to brainstorm good ideas. The worst thing that you could do for yourself is worry about spelling at this point, because you're going to go back through and clean everything up and say, what do you need? What is required to start real estate? So what you'd want to do is ask yourself questions for about 10 or 15 minutes with these who, what, when, where, why, and how in mind. Obviously, other questions will pop up. You want to write everything down. What you'll do is you'll decide what you're going to keep and what you're going to delete. Delete any questions that weren't good questions or aren't going to contribute to your blog post. The ones that you keep, you're going to simply turn these into H2s. These are headings, and you're going to answer the question, who should get into commercial real estate? You should get into real estate if, okay? And then you just want to keep writing and make sure that you are answering the question thoroughly and completely. Once you're done, once you've answered the question thoroughly and completely, you are going to click publish, and then this blog post is going to be available for the world to see, read, and react to. If we jump back over to our slide deck, we have just started writing. The next step is to figure out how to make money. Now, there are tons of ways to make money with your blog or website. It really all depends on what your main goal is. Now, Zillow's main goal is to get them to spend money on their products. They actually have ads on their websites as well. And you could do that too. If you, let's say you wanted to work with realtors in your area, you could actually sell ad space. As you can see here, it says advertise. You could sell ad space to local realtors in your area at a case-by-case or monthly basis. That's one way. Another thing you could do is you could use something like Google AdSense. So if we go Google AdSense, now this is an introductory or entry-level ad network. And the cool thing with Google AdSense is they'll take just about anybody. And you can start earning money by placing these ads on your website. Now, once you get signed in and you set up and you add your website, they'll automatically place ads right on your website. Now, when you get started with Google AdSense, you are going to make pennies on the dollar. You're not going to make a bunch of money, but you're going to make some. What you can do is once you start getting significant traffic, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 page views per month, you can work with some of the premium or higher level ad networks that are out there. You can work with AdThrive, you can work with Mediavine, Ezoic. There's just a number of them out there that you can work with and start making more money. So that's just one way. Another way that you can make money is simply with affiliate marketing. Now, with affiliate marketing, you are recommending or selling other people's products and services. And the way that works is that you find an affiliate program. For example, maybe you want to work with like Fundrise, or maybe you want to work with Expedia or something that's congruent maybe you want to work with mortgage loan companies. You sign up to become an affiliate with them. You get affiliate links, which are unique URLs to you, and you place them throughout your blog and website. And when people click on those links and buy whatever product that you're recommending, you get paid a commission. Now, if you want to learn more about affiliate marketing, the third link in the description will actually lead you to a free course where you can learn about affiliate marketing step by step. Another way that you can make money with your website is you can sell your own physical or digital products. Maybe you have a checklist or a guide that you want to sell people about your mortgage applications or secrets about mortgage applications that gurus don't want you to know. Maybe you've created a book on how to get the best mortgage rate possible. You can sell that right on your blog or website, but that's outside the scope of this video. There are a number of ways to make money with your website. I covered just maybe 4 or 5. So let's jump back over to our slide deck. The next thing that you want to do is you want to share your content on social media. The reason why you want to share your content on social media is, as I mentioned before, Google doesn't trust your content just yet. And what they're going to do is they're going to compare your blog posts to the posts that are already out in the world to see if you are contributing something to the world. And in the meantime, what you can do to start getting some traction, start getting people to your website, is sharing it in relevant social media places. For example, you could find relevant subreddits, Reddit subreddits. You can share them there. You can share them on Facebook groups. You can even start your own Facebook group, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn. Wherever there are people, you can share your blog post and potentially start getting traffic right away. And you can skip the waiting phase, because if you don't, there is a little bit of a waiting period that you'll have to go through before Google will start sending you traffic. And then the next question that I get all the time is about how many blog posts should I start with before I determine if my website's a success or failure. In my opinion, you should write 50 blog posts before you decide to continue or give up. Now, the reason why I say 50 is because you have no domain authority, and Google is really testing you to see if you are willing to write past 10, because a lot of people don't write past 10 blog posts because it's too hard and they give up. If you can write consistently and provide 50 pieces of information that are valuable, that's going to increase your chances of getting discovered on Google and the other search engines that are out there. So I recommend that you write 50 blog posts, and you're going to have 50 blog posts in a single niche, which is very, very good. That's going to help your domain authority. That's going to help your credibility. That's going to help you be seen as a subject matter expert. And so I think 50 is a good number. Obviously, if you can get to 25, that's going to be good, but 50 is going to be even better. And so what I recommend that you do is you write every day for 50 days, write every other day for 100 days. Just try and get to 50. Now, I want you to be sure to check out the 3 links in the description. The first link will get you your web hosting with a free domain name for the first year. The second one is going to get you a premium WordPress theme. And then the third one will actually show you and teach you affiliate marketing step by step. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell if this video or any other video on this channel helped you out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.